I'm Mike with Hunt Fish Shoot, and this is going to be the Sako S20 Hunter in 6.5 Creedmoor. So if you like what you see today, I want you to like, comment, subscribe, and ring that bell for notifications.
I came from the mud, there's dirt on my hands, strong like a tree, there's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been
The Sako S20 is a fairly new rifle offering from Sako, or Sako. Obviously here in the United States we pronounce things a little bit differently, but it is ultimately a Sako. So with this is going to be a 6.5 Creedmoor, and it has a 24-inch barrel with a 1-in-8 twist. It is cold hammer forged, and they do just a flat-out awesome job of obviously making very accurate rifles. It does have a sub MOA guarantee. On the initial sight in, this gun boringly shoots sub MOA. Absolutely zero issues doing that. That's going to be with the Hornady Precision Hunter for the 143 grain ELDX ammunition. Obviously very good shooting ammo, and frankly, it's the only ammo that I've really been able to find that's, good hunting ammo. There's some other stuff out there that's a little bit cheaper. In fact, when we were sighting it in, my dad got it on paper initially. He did shoot some Winchester Deer Season XP 125 grain stuff, and it still shot sub MOA. Very, very well on that. The biggest thing that you always get with whether it be your Sakos or your Tikkas is that they have a very, very nice bolt, and this is no exception. This Sako bolt on here, or Sako bolt, is very, very, very smooth. It's just, frankly guys, a production rifle, it's hard to get much better than really what these are. They are just so darn smooth, and they're just an absolute dream when you're chambering rounds, feeding rounds, ejecting them. Everything that you want in a rifle is here. And this rifle, and this full setup being the Hunter variant, meaning it has a thumb hole stock on here, is about $1,600. I think my dad was able to pick it up a little bit cheaper than that, closer to like $1,550. And really, frankly, I think it's an awesome deal. You get an adjustable cheek piece here on the Hunter stock. You have QD flush cups on both the left and right side, and also up here on your fore end. And then it has rubber grips here on your grip parts. The stock itself does feel plasticky, but it does have an aluminum chassis inside of it that keeps it nice and rigid, especially for your free flow and your accuracy in general. What's cool about these stocks from Sako is that you can actually change them out, and you can put the precision stock on here, which is more of like a pistol grip type stock, and it has a cutout here. It's no thumb hole. And then also has the ability then back here in the bottom to put a monopod, which is awesome. And then also too, you can even change out then your front part here, your fore end on there, and you can have, it's flatter and has M-lock on there, so you can be attaching bipods and anything else that you might want. But with this gun, it comes in about 7.4 pounds, which for a hunting rifle, it's right in there for what you're looking for. And what I will say, as much as I'll say, like I said, the stock is plasticky, it flexes just the slightest amount, but I honestly can't squeeze it hard enough to make that stock itself touch the barrel. And it's just, feature-wise, it really honestly has everything that you want in a hunting rifle with something is going to be accurate, because Sakos and Tikkas are just inherently accurate, and they always are. I've never shot one that isn't. So it is threaded and fluted as well. It's 5/8 by 24 on there, so you can obviously put a muzzle brake. My dad has elected not to do that on that, and I don't blame him. Obviously muzzle brakes at times when you're using it for hunting or whatever it would be, they could be somewhat obnoxious. And this rifle and the configuration weight and recoil pad and everything like that, it doesn't recoil hard whatsoever. And then again with the bolt, so I don't forget for you guys, is it does have an enlarged bolt handle on there, bolt knob. It's not like knurled by any stretch of imagination, but it does have like the lines that go around it, and you get a nice grip on it. It's very easy to do. Standard Tikka or Sako safety on here, so you can easily activate that. And then the trigger on here it's really darn good. The Sakos and the Tikkas and all the, really from that company in general, they're always excellent, and they're so darn crisp, and they're always clean. You can adjust them. You honestly can't complain. And frankly, on the Tikka TAC A1 that I had, I never changed the trigger on that. The gun, it was frankly the perfect rifle as it came out of the box, and this one's no exception. And they do make it's a plastic magazine, so it's polymer, but it is a really nice magazine. Quality-wise, it's up there with like my X-Bolt, which I think they have a really nice rotary mag, but it slaps there nice and easy. It's a 5-round mag that comes here with your Hunter model, and they're relatively inexpensive, $33. I just ordered a second one for them, and it's a like I said, 5-rounder. And what's nice too about Sako is that they thought about the reloaders. And what I mean by that is that they made these so that they'll hold a longer overall length 6.5 Creedmoor ammunition for a reloader trying to hit the lands and things like that. So that's awesome. And then finally with the receiver, obviously everything here you'll see is gray. That's a tungsten cerakote. And then the receiver does have a Picatinny rail machined into it. Am I the biggest fan of that? No, I would honestly probably just rather have it be flat so that you can put your own pick rail on there, whether you want a 20 MOA one or you're gonna want just a 0 MOA. Myself, I always put the 20s on there. But this one, it's nice, and obviously, you know, you can go with different mounts and things like that to go on there to accept 20 MOA if you want it to start with. So with him, I can't recommend him enough, and I'm gonna bring it up in probably every review you see these Mayoptas. This Mayopta Optica 5, I got it for him for less than $500. And they come, I think this one's like $480, somewhere in there, and they are just freaking awesome. They are so bright, the glass is crisp and clean, and in that price range, they just honestly beat the brakes off everything else as far as for optical clarity and the optical quality in there. Everything else, you know, the knob and all that stuff feels good. This does have capped turrets on here, which you can actually reset to 0 if you want to. My dad's not really so much into that as much as I am. And frankly, him and I, when we shot it, he was so impressed with this rifle that I don't know if he's ever really going to want to shoot his Kimber Mountain Ascent ever again, because the action in this is so much better than what that rifle offers, and it's cheaper. And overall, the overall weight of this isn't that much more. You know, granted, that rifle is built to be a a mountain type rifle, and just everything about this rifle is absolutely awesome. And we're gonna shoot it today for you guys. I do have Hornady ELDM match ammunition. It's gonna be your 140 grain, and then I have Hornady Precision Hunter. Do 2 3-shot groups for you. We're not gonna do a ton of shooting today with it, simply for the fact that ammo is limited. Getting your hands on some of that stuff that shoots really well can be hard at times. And you know, we're not so much into reloading ourselves. You know, granted, I'm probably gonna get into it, frankly. I do know, have a lot of friends and things like that that do it. However, I don't personally myself. And I feel like I'm at a downfall, but we'll get into it. And of course, guys, when we shoot those groups, we'll show you. I'll do my darn best to shoot them as good as they are. But this thing, I can tell you with absolute certainty, we'll shoot a nice ragged hole through there, and it's an absolute tack driver, so follow along. First up, Hornady Precision Hunter. Like I said, guys, boringly accurate. I think we gotta go take a look at that group. First group out of it, the Hornady ELD X Precision Hunter. There you go, that's 1, 2, 3 shots. That's honestly, if I was to guess, that's probably myself. So when you see me shoot that the match ammunition, I'll shoot that, and I guarantee you'll shoot just the same tight group. Obviously that group in itself, how do you not be happy with that? I've shot so many darn rifles as of late and things like that, and the Sakos and the Tikkas, they just continue to impress me day in and day out, every single time I shoot them. They're just, frankly, I think they're one of the best rifles out there for the money, no matter how expensive they are, frankly, because they just always shoot so darn good. Let's go back there, shoot that Hornady match ammunition, and then maybe if we got a little bit of time, I'll even throw some cheap crap in there, and we'll see how that shoots too. Hornady match, this could be your 140 grain ELDM ammunition. Let's give this a shot. That group is very good. It might have beat that other one. Let's punch one more out there. This is gonna be your cellular and billet cheap ammunition, just to show you guys that I can guarantee this Sako will still shoot well with cheap ammo. This is gonna be cellular and billet 130 grain stuff. We'll just dump it all over the ground there. Show you guys my faults. Magazine loads very, very nicely here in the Sako, and feeding, all that stuff is just excellent. All right, let's run down there. All right, down here at the target, Hornady ELDM, your match ammunition, 140 grain stuff. Obviously shoots great. I mean, that's like borderline one ragged hole. I mean, they're literally nearly all touching. Very, very good. I mean, that gun just shoots absolutely lights out, and it's just so hard not to be happy with. Frankly, you know, I've been looking for a 300 Win Mag rifle, and right now I just haven't bought it because of ammunition and things like that, but in the future, I'm probably gonna honestly buy a Sako S20 Precision and 300 Win Mag because they shoot so darn good. Then down here, this is gonna be the cellular and billet stuff. It's probably just right at the cusp of an MOA. Doesn't necessarily shoot bad, doesn't shoot great, it doesn't shoot this, and it doesn't shoot this, which to be expected. These are both like a match type ammunition, and that's what we'll be using the majority of the time because we've been able to find it to that extent too. So really the Sako S20 is just a lights out shooter, and it is always a good shooter, frankly. And so if you guys are interested in one, I highly think you should get one. I think you should check it out, and I think you should get it without a doubt. They are just an awesome rifle. They shoot great. But outside of that, guys, if you like what you saw today, I want you to please like, comment, subscribe, and ring that bell for notifications.